Right, back page this morning, The Times, Pochettino, Deserbi and Areola on the list for the Tottenham job. Poch, well, he can't do it at the moment. Would they wait for them? I think they should, because he desperately wants us.
Okay, then, let's ask you this question then. You know Poch. Would he jump ship now and leave United States of America after the World Cup?
I don't think he can. I think
why not? If he loves the Spurs job that much,
because it's the host nation. You're being disrespectful.
So,
I think you do a deal. Say, regardless how America do, USA, I'm coming to Spurs.
What if the Spurs need someone now? But what if Spurs say, we need you now? We don't need you. We can't wait till the summer. We want to get relegated. Join us now. If you love Spurs, leave and come now.
That's a good question, guys.
Because they're not done amazing under him. You know, he's not got an amazing record.
What would I do
in America?
If that was him?
I would leave me.
You're going to be a hero if you keep talking them up.
Exactly.
Which is ridiculous, really. Spurs keeping them up.
Incredible, isn't it?
You'd be a hero. And by the way, the fans like Poch. One or two wanted him out, but at the end of the day, but he's a lot. I can't tell you again what a good guy he is.
Good guy he is, nice guy.
And I think he's genuine, straight, honest, and he loves Spurs. He basically said to me, I'd walk back there. So if you give him it now, maybe he would go.
Exactly.
Right, some of the names in the frame to replace Thomas Frank at Spurs following the sacking was printed. Sean Dyche has been available now because he's out. John is down for more. DJ, Spurs fan, and host of The Final Word on talkSPORT. He's trying to get it down on Pardew, mate. Very good morning, Majestic. Morning.
Majestic, good morning.
Good morning, chaps. How are you?
What about that double act, Majestic? What about the double act? Alan Pardew and Big Sam to keep talking them up.
I'll take it. Of course, Alan Pardew is a former Spurs player. People forget that. He had a couple of games for us, and he doesn't have a legacy number, and he's very upset with that. So,
Madge,
yes.
I remember speaking to you last season quite a lot on this show as well about, you weren't happy with Ange, and maybe Ange wasn't the right man, but he's doing well in Europe. Yeah. What's your feeling overall about Thomas Frank and the players? Who's to blame?
It's just, it's rotten from the inside, isn't it? Really and truly with Spurs at the moment. And, I've been hearing on talkSPORT over the week, the players that we've got at the club at the moment, and there's just a lack of something, isn't there? There's a lack of love, there's a lack of desire. And as a Big Al was saying there, Pochettino, the man is saying he would walk back into Spurs. He would walk back. And the thing is, I've been debating it on X all yesterday and putting up clips about Pochettino. This is the problem, Gabs, and you call out Spurs a lot and Spurs fans, right, by saying, who do you think you are as a football club? Who do you think you are as a fan base?
Yeah.
Like, why are we better than Pochettino? And people go, since he left us, what's he done? And he went to Chelsea. Well, first and foremost, he wanted to come back to us. We chose Ange Postecoglou. He's got every right to go to Chelsea if he wants to. People talk about his time at Chelsea. He took a mess of a club in Chelsea after Graham Potter from 12th to 6th in the Premier League and the Carabao Cup final. And then people go, he lost another final. He lost to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, right? He's done that before as well.
Good point.
And the thing is as well, the thing I like about his tenure at Chelsea, who did he bring through? Cole Palmer. Listen to what Cole Palmer said in that season about Pochettino, the way that he was given the freedom to play how he wants to play. We've seen Cole Palmer's form dip a little bit since Poch has left Chelsea, in my opinion, because he doesn't look as happy as he was under Poch. Also, you got to remember, we've brought Conor Gallagher in, who was his captain at Chelsea as well. And then people go, look at PSG. So what? He won the league in France. It's a one-horse race. People diminish everybody's achievements. It's crazy. I just think, right, I know you mentioned Areola there, you mentioned Deserbi. What's Deserbi done? What? Managed Brighton?
Yeah, I'm with you.
He's managed Brighton and left every job because he gets the ump.
Yeah, I said that myself, mate.
He's volatile. Spurs need everything other than a volatile situation right now. We need to re-galvanise the fan base first and foremost, and also so there's not loads of missing seats on a Tuesday night against Newcastle because fans are fed up.
Madge, what would the Tottenham fans, the main bulk, maybe not everyone, if they suddenly said, right, Harry's into the end of the season. They don't have to say Poch because he's got a job to do with USA, but Harry's into the end of the season. Would they welcome that?
you've got to welcome something, haven't you? And I think we was talking about it on our Inside Spurs show, of course, the talkSPORT podcast about Spurs, and we're filming a new one today as well. But me and Abby Summers was like, just take it old school, because people are like, oh, Harry's been out of the game for a while now.
Nah.
So what? That needs
it's
that
about galvanising
Yes.
players.
Absolutely.
Getting
It just
them
needs someone
to
to
fight
walk
for
in.
the badge, the punters. This is the new stadium. This
Well,
is the
how
Tottenham
many?
stadium.
Yeah, but
You're
Al,
not going to beat us here.
Madge, how many young managers have we seen coming into the game now and struggling and losing their jobs? So it's not all about a young manager with ideas and he done well in the MLS and he done well at college. Like, get out of here. Get Harry in, keep Spurs up, and get Poch after the World Cup. Simple.
Well, the other thing about Poch in the World Cup, and Big Al will know this as well, was, you can manage a team and a national team at the same time.
Yeah.
I think Sir Alex Ferguson did it, didn't he, with was he managing at Aberdeen at the time, I think? I was doing my research.
I think it helped too. Yeah, definitely. I think
Yeah.
he did have a spell.
Gus Hiddink was doing it with Russia and Chelsea. We've seen it happen before. So is there some way now that Spurs could be talking to the US national team going, look, we're going to compensate you. We're going to help you with this, and this maybe. I don't know. But we need something. And at the end of the day, I think all of us have said it on here, and Thomas Frank is a top gentleman. And perhaps this was just a step too far for him.
Yes.
The fact that he went in to see Chelsea and Man United and they didn't take him as a candidate, maybe they saw something in his personality, a little chink in the armour that said, you know what, when it comes on top and the pressure's too much, maybe this isn't our guy. Spurs need a hard reset. We've tried it all. We've gone for the A-listers, the Contes and the Joses. We've had the project managers in Big Ange. It's going to be interesting to see what he has to say today, of course, because, he was on the overlap filming, wasn't he? So going to be interested to see what he says about the situation. But we've tried everything. And I say to Spurs fans that say to me, never go back. David Moyes at Everton right now. Everton were battling relegation for the last couple of seasons. He has steered that ship in the new stadium in a great way. Pochettino had to deal with Spurs leaving White Hart Lane, having no money, buying no one, and still was competing until that final season where maybe he lost the dressing room after the Champions League final, but he'd already said it before going into that final, that this club needs a reset, this club needs a painful rebuild, was his words. And I just think there's unfinished business there for him personally and Jesus. They love the club, and especially with someone, and Gabs, I know you've mentioned about Romero a few times, and he can be a bit of a liability. What better than a couple of, Argentinian big bros playing a dad figure going to him, come on, relax yourself, you're the captain.
Yep.
I think there's only one man for the job because we've tried everything.
Spot on, mate.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Madge.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much
guys.
for your time. Enjoy the show. Don't forget, for more on Tottenham, check out Inside Spurs. It's on the talkSPORT YouTube channel. Up next, are Manchester City finally back to the best? Are they getting there? Are Arsenal fans now beginning to bite their nails? We'll discuss that next.